Okay, there we go. I am dinking around with DNS settings at C names and A records and name servers. I think it's okay, but it's not working. Let's assume it takes a few hours to propagate, so we'll check it again tomorrow. In the meantime, now for something completely different. Yes, let's do these things. So we'll set this up. Okay, let me click on this, connect to the top page. Okay, connect to that. Bot client connected, streamer client connected, we're good. We are good. Stream is good, and people are popping in and out. Okay, and I'm driving in my nice truck. My Mac with the big long trailer. And I'm going to take a big long load. That one, Iroquois Falls, Louisville, Kentucky. And I think I'm going to change the route to go down through here because I want to check out some of these roads. So, you know, other than that, it'll be good. And the game is probably going to take me down to number 1. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, let's turn this off until we actually get there. Oh yeah, we're going to skip this. I mean, we could fit in there, but we don't have to. It's pretty hard to with a long one. Ready to go. Cargo's been loaded. Follow the route to the target company. There we go. And it's a nice kick-ass load too, eh? We look out. Oh, there's that. I look out the window and I see, yeah, load. Oh yeah, I got this shit here. Let's take DX 11 out. Just in case, that's why this is giving us those stupid things. Play. Launch with DirectX 9. I wonder if they can leave that in. Supposedly 1.36 goes to DX11 and it's no longer experimental, and DX9 is out. But I think there's a number of maps that haven't properly implemented DX11. Or maybe it's a video card function, I don't know. We need a wiser person than me on here to know what the issue is, but pretty sure if we go here and drive now, right where I was before. See? I'm inside the cab and I'm not seeing that nasty black stuff. So, okay, so world map, we're going down. Well, first of all, I want to go here and get the truck fixed. Which is not hard. I think we drive straight out. Probably easier. Here, park, and get the truck fixed. And then probably go here. I don't think I need gas, but okay. So my route is Chapleau and through the. Oh, it is through here. Chapleau through the Sioux. Do I have tiny roads? Do I have tiny bubbles? Let's see what I have. I do have small roads, but I don't really want to go there. I've been there. I want to go down this side. And I'm pretty sure it then takes me down number 1 to Louisville. Oh, I am. Sorry. Sorry, my friend. Okay. Let me go back to this, repeat all I did then to show people. So I had small roads and I was going down from Iroquois Falls, Chapleau, and I was going down here, but I've been down that highway. So I changed it to go down this highway because I have not been down 31. And then I'm pretty sure after that the game sets me down number 1 to Louisville. Because it likes me going down number 1. And I'm fine with that. Okay. That's my truck, my Mac R. That's my own trailer. The nice big long trailer. I had to change from DX11 to DX9, and with DX11 I'm in the cab like this and I got that black landscape. Like it's like there's a black layer like 3 or 4 feet off the ground. And even if I go up here sometimes it's still black. I have to like pick an angle. So I went back in and instead of DX11 I run as DX9 and I get rid of that. So I'm not sure why that's there. I don't know if it's the function of the map or my video card. But I'm going to have to fix it before 1.36 because I understand they're dropping DX9, so. So this is 66 tons. This is the heavier option that goes with this trailer. And it means that I usually end up going through all the gears. 1, 3, yeah, I'm coming through, buddy. 4, skips 2 all the time. 5, 6, 8, oh, 7, maybe go to 9 then. Yeah, we go to 9. Understand there was a debate last night with 12 people on the stage for the Democratic primaries. And we thought our debates here were, our leadership debates were bad with 4 people. 5 people. So our our federal election is next Monday, so I've been following a lot of stuff. It's been neck and neck between the 2 front contenders, and then suddenly the 3rd place one has broken loose. And the first 2 are dropping, and the 3rd one is coming up. Interesting times. No, am I going to drive in? I want to get repaired. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be that annoying guy. You know, it's 8 in the morning or whatever. Who cares? Okay, we stop. Put the flashes on. We drop the trailer.
Time to get the job done.
Pull into the gas station. You know, I'll change air pressure, whatever you would do before to fix up your trip. No, there's nothing I want to tune up actually. I think I've got everything, and I can't run. I'm pretty sure I can't. Yep, can't put anything on the seat there, so that's not going to be Melissa. So, and I'm certainly not going to change the truck to be. All you can get is day cabs in this truck, and all you can get is different body lengths. But I got what I want. So I didn't want that. I wanted this one. I wanted the hello Tuxie. How are you doing? Maintenance. I wanted because we got tires and the engine. I don't know. Maybe somebody ran into me. The trailer wheels. So there we go. Tires are good. We're gonna hit the road again. So glad to hear you, Tuxie. We're just going to do this. I'm pretty sure we don't have to worry about traffic coming the other way, because if there is any, yep, it'll be sitting behind my truck.
I'll find a new route.
It just sits there. Eventually they'll start, you know, beeping at me. Say, move your truck. But right now it's...
Ready to roll.
Oh yeah, let's put the flashers on. Beacon on. There's no beacon on the trailer. I've sent a note to the developer. It's a trailer in the workshop. I left the note for the developer. Good evening, Tracker. How are you doing? Doing quite well, thank you. I spent the day playing around with CNAME and A records and name servers and odds and ends like that. I'm still working on Audacity, looking at Audacity, videos how to run Audacity. So
Turn right.
I don't think I want to turn right. I think I might go to straight through and then turn right. But thank you for offering. Less right angles if I go straight through and then turn right. So I'm setting up for podcasting still. London. Oh, I've been to London, Ontario in the summertime. On a nice day in the summertime. I've got friends who live there. Had a good time. Walked around, you know, went to a coffee shop, went to a pub, went to a local bar that had live music.
Turn right.
It's very nice. Are we gonna... yeah, we missed everything. Okay. Worse than Brantford. Yeah, the problem with this, this trailer sort of tracks well. It's long though, eh? So by the time you get that last set of dollies over the curb. Yeah, watch it. I got a big nice horn. Eh? And I think I think the horn I'd read, I can't remember which game now, SES or ATS, or ETS or ATS. I think they'd added so that if you beep the horn, you're behind the AI, it'll pull over. Maybe not. So, oh, Tracker. So do you get to vote? Do you get to vote this year? In the federal election? I guess not. Or maybe you do.
Get ready. Turn left.
Oh, okay. Well, there may be a confidence vote.
Turn left.
How am I voting for? My writing is Catherine McKenna. And she's climate change minister, environmental minister. She's doing quite a job. I'm impressed with what she's doing. So I would initially support either Liberal or NDP. She's likely going to get re-elected. I really am disappointed in Trudeau, and I have a feeling that Trudeau is going to be out. But in this election, I've decided that the Conservatives are going to focus. The Conservative focus is on fiscal balance. In so many years, they're going to make a lot of cuts, and they're going to balance the books. And the Liberal focus, among others, is on the environment. And I think the Liberal have a plan that's been proven to work. And I've told people I'd rather have would you rather have money in your pocket or air in your lungs? And I think I'm going to go for the air in my lungs, so I'm going to vote for the climate change program, which I think means I got to vote Liberal. So that was a long answer.
Get ready to turn right.
I might vote NDP because I don't think he'll get in anyways, but it'll give good support for the NDP, one more vote, and the Liberal will still get in. So best of both worlds. Oh, that's my plan. And we're going to end up with a minority government. I think we're going to end up with a minority government. Ooh, looking at the back end of that trailer. And it's going to be led by Trudeau and the Liberals. Commies, filthies, and bombs. Everybody left and left them alone. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Tracker, that's, people think, oh, I like this, I like the rocks up here, right? People think freedom of speech means freedom to be a racist and a bigot and an asshole. Well, I guess you have freedom to be that, but nobody has to listen to you. No. Look at those rocks just popping in and out. Yep, that'll be my choice, I think. And the way it works for our non-Canadian listeners is that if you don't get a majority, meaning more than half the seats in the House, if you don't get a majority, meaning more than anybody else, you can still get a minority. You can still get more seats than somebody else, but just not more than half. So you have a plurality. And in that case, then the Governor General has to decide who is going to form the government. Jagmeet Singh, for others again too. Most of this campaign for the last 40 days, most of these last few weeks, we've seen Liberal and Conservatives around 33% and NDP around 12%. Now we see Liberals and Conservatives both dropping, 32, 31, and we see the NDP up at 18%. Now, I don't think the NDP are going to get to a majority, but they're going to be able to support whoever forms the government. So my assumption is, you know, even if Scheer got 20 more votes than, or got, I don't know, however many seats there are, got 5 more seats than Trudeau. Even if the Conservatives got 5 more seats than the Liberals, the Governor General asks if they have the confidence of the House, and if the NDP say they won't, and Bloc say they won't support the Conservatives, then Liberals have the support. So, oh no, a lot of people aren't ready for Jagmeet Singh. Not this election. But I think he's going to be a very strong third, and he's going to be the one, like I said, I think supporting the Liberals. And as a price for his support, they're going to have to add an NDP flavor to a lot of their legislation, which is a good thing. So that's what I'm thinking is going to be happening. That'll be a win-win. Because the NDP have said they will support the Liberals. They've already said that. And they've said they will not support the Conservatives. They've already said that. So, go straight on. All right, I'll do that. Bloc Québécois, excuse me, Bloc Québécois have not made a commitment. There was an analysis of a climate change plans, the ambition and feasibility. The NDP got better marks for ambition than the Liberals, but they got lower marks for feasibility, much lower marks. So the Liberal climate plan came out better. Conservative climate change plan got a failing mark at ambition, and then, well, yeah, it's feasible because you're not going to do anything. So, well, yeah, I know the Bloc will work with anyone who's nice to Quebec, but depends who's going to be nicer to Quebec. Come on, downshift, you bugger. Thank you. The Bloc will work with anybody who's nice to Quebec, but I don't think they're willing to make a long-term commitment to support one or the other party, so they will not be a factor in deciding who is going to be the governing party. So I think the PCs are going to... No. I don't think the PCs have the Bloc, because the PCs have all those Western Canada voters, and the Bloc is Quebec, and the Bloc has been at loggerheads with Quebec, and Quebec have been loggerheads with Alberta over pipeline and oil and all sorts of stuff, and Alberta resents the fact that Quebec gets special treatment, and no. There's no love lost between Alberta and Quebec, so... yeah, that's true. That's the rewritten NAFTA. I know. Debate I did not watch. I did not watch the American Democrats debate a few nights ago. I find that there's just too many people in the American primaries debate to try to get a meaningful debate or get a meaningful conversation. So sorry, I missed that. I missed the. It isn't. It isn't Trudeau for what? I can say for sure it isn't Mr. Trudeau, but I forgot what I was saying when you commented back on it. Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders are the problem is, oh, block support. Yeah. I don't know. They might, depending on the issues. The thing is, Quebec and or both parties, Liberals and Conservatives, want to regain, well, the NDP want to regain members' seats in Quebec at the expense of the Bloc. So they'll want to they'll all want to cooperate with the Bloc in the hopes of swinging voters, but don't know. Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders, the problem is they are both old white guys. You know, Elizabeth Warren is not quite as old. White woman. I don't know. I don't know who has well, first of all, by the time the election comes, they may be running against Mike Pence. NDP can sweep Ontario except Brantford. Toronto, if you look at the 388.com or whatever the hell this site, a lot of Toronto is pretty solidly Liberal. Yeah, although nobody thought the Americans that live in the United States, as opposed to the Americans in Canada, or the Americans that are in Mexico. Sorry, my pet peeve. That's the Americas. Nobody thought that people in the U.S. were ready for a black president, and they elected one of those, and re-elected. If Trump gets impeached, then the presidency defaults to the vice president, which is Mike Pence, and you'll be even more right-wing and evangelical. Oh, geez, let me get some cruise control here, eh? Oh, and I should be in kilometers since I'm in Canada, so let's do that until we change. I definitely would have the evangelical right with that Pence in there. Not that there's anything wrong with the evangelical right, as long as they're not running your country. Region presets. Continental Europe. That'll work. Yeah, well, that was pretty good. There we go. We got limits at 100K. That's better. I think more Canadians think Obama was a great president than well, let's call them Americans do. Well, I think that's the problem. I would assume that, you know, often in, I mean, we had that problem here in a municipal election a few years ago. You know, replaced a bad municipal councillor with a worse one. You know, the devil you know or the devil you don't know. I can't see what this cruise control is set in this game because it doesn't show on the truck. Where are we going anyways? Short term, where are we going? The Sioux, Iroquois Falls, across, oh, Chapleau. We didn't get to see Chapleau? Chapleau and down to the Sioux and then across, and here, we're going here, remember? Stop that. Here. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Get the job done.
Not sure what's going to happen in the US.
Go straight on.
Oh, okay. Going straight through, Sky. We're doing it. Oh, coming up to a...
Turn right. Turn right.
Hey, yeah, well. You saw me pulling out, you bugger. Oh, and what I need is more wine, so don't go away, folks. I'll be right back. Ah, need cake. Reminded me of my server at my local, Tessa. She's curvy, okay? Not skinny. I don't want to say she's fat, she's just curvy. But she was bored, tired, needed her sugar fix, and she was saying, I need cake, I need cake. So when I settled up my bill, she was going to go to the grocery store on the way home, and I settled up my bill. I think it was like 26 bucks or something like this. So I just gave her a $5 tip, and she holds up the $5, big smile. There's my cake. So, white or red? Red from the local wine rack. My local pub has a really nice red wine when they do their happy hour. They're, you know, they're $5 glass for a 6-ounce glass wine. It's really nice. And no, this is not fancy. This is just red wine. That's from the. This is Ontario wine from the local wine rack that blended. I think it's their Shiraz. It's okay. It's kind of sweet. Anyways, he gets it at a good price too. His distributor, like he's paying wholesale prices, I guess. His distributor sells it to him by the case, several cases, and they couldn't find the cheaper wine he wanted, so they upped it. They're giving him a better wine for the cheaper wine price. And all to say, I said, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind buying a case of that. You know. So he said, as long as it means that I don't stop going to his pub, yeah. So I got to get a case of his really good wine. Whiskey, rye, vodka, and gin. He's got a gin. At my local, they have a gin, and I think it's called Ungava. Because it was originally done in a small micro distillery up by Ungava Bay in northern Quebec. And it's gin with juniper berries, but I think it's got also has like cloudberry and loganberry. It's got a couple of other kinds of berries, stuff that you would find near, you know, around the tundra in northern Quebec. So this Ungava, it's been bought out, and it's by not Colby's. Who's the who it is? I can't remember now. A Canadian company that makes gin. Anyways, I had some of it, not with tonic though. I just had a straight up because I wanted to sample it. It's quite good. Beat Saber looks hard. Beat Saber looks hard. I don't know what Beat Saber is, Duxie. But I know that I have to put my cruise control back on because I keep forgetting. ETA is Sunday morning, and I need to get there by, see, Sunday afternoon. Not much time, not much difference. Oh, although we're not that bad off. Ah, VR game.
Get ready. Turn left.
Guess you're gonna let me go, eh? Guess you are. Guess everybody is. When you see this in front of you, 66 tons of metal. Whiskey for his whiskey with raspberry cranberry ginger ale. Well, that'd be interesting. I'm thinking next time I go out to my local, I need to have a shot of this Ungava Bay again. .60% ginger ale. Yeah, I was just thinking. I was at the several days ago. I was at my local, and a bunch of young ladies came in. Party animals. Little smashed. They had martinis, and then they ordered a round of shots, and included a couple of us sitting in there chatting with them at the bar in their shots. They ordered Burt Reynolds. Oh, 500 ml cup. That's a serious drink. I don't know if you've had a Burt Reynolds. I never had. It's butter ripple. Now, in my younger days, we drank a lot of butter ripple, butterscotch ripple. We all used to go to this local gay bar late at night because they had free pool tables and it wasn't very busy. But that's a long story, a different story. And we drink all their butter ripple. Oh, this is butter ripple and bourbon. So I guess half and half. Butterscotch ripple, which is very sweet and butterscotchy, cloying sweet, and bourbon is bourbony, so it's a nice mix. My only regret is that I joined the crew and threw it back like a shot. So rather than sip it and enjoy the blend of flavors, because it was a nice blend of flavors with the butterscotch ripple and the bourbon, maybe next time I have one there, I'll tell them. If I order it for myself, I'll say, so I'm gonna. You can mix it in a shot glass, but give it to me in a whatever you do for. You know, somebody orders a Grand Marnier. So where are we now? Are we still in Canada? Are we still in Kansas? Oh yeah. Gonna be in the Sioux, spelled S-O-O, soon though. And then we go across the border and then down through us, U.S. Down through the U.S. of A. Well, that'd be good. I'll get your vape back. What happened to your vape? I forgot what happened to your vape. Was it confiscated at school for illegal vaping? And why would anybody vape? Oh, I don't know. Why would anybody vape given the possible health risks? Really, Tracker? My son does. Bang, 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 bang. And you knock off all the cones? No, we didn't. We missed them. Okay. My son vapes, non-nicotine vape. I think he's quit cigarettes, finally. He's cut back on dope a lot. He tells me, I don't know. Well, yeah, it tastes better, smells better, and it's smoother, but not smoking at all, just playing the dad here, not smoking at all, it tastes even better, smells even better, and is even smoother. Just saying. From somebody who quit cold turkey when he was like, well, let's see, 40 years ago. I like telling people that back when I quit 45 years ago, people didn't know that you could be addicted, so people just quit. I got into health food. And a friend said, "So, Mike, if you're into health food, how come you still smoke?" Yep. Yep. So I stopped pretty well then and there. The only time I smoked occasionally after that when I go out to bars, because back then you could smoke in bars. So you sit down with your friends, everybody's got a beer, everybody's got a smoke. It's, but that lasted a few months and then tapered off, and that was it, so. Well, I could argue that I prefer people to smoke cigarettes than vape, because there's a lot more tax dollars into the economy from smoking cigarettes than vaping. So, from an economic point of view, even though there's the health costs of vaping are not known yet, we do know the health costs of cigarettes, so. I don't know if anybody has done a cost-benefit of analysis of the taxes from encouraging cigarette smoking as opposed to the medical expenses of somebody who's got that. I don't know. Probably not a popular study. Hey, we're getting close to the Sioux. Now I'm pretty sure, I mean, I've been around the Sioux, I'm pretty sure it's not solid. This is your Canadian forest, eh? This is pretty solid. I'm pretty sure it's not this solid, just outside the Sioux, but wow, packet 20 is 1867. Oh, that's a nice number. Yeah. Yeah, I used to smoke a large pack. No, that was, I think, 25. 12 on one side, 13 on the other. A large pack of players playing a day. And players playing were pretty serious.
Go straight up.
And then I went to roll your owns. I think I just bought players tobacco and we did roll your owns. And that's before everybody knew how to do roll your owns from doing dope.
Turn right.
Or, you know, from rolling up weed. No. So hardly anybody knew how to do roll your own, so it was kind of nice. Somebody that want to bum a cigarette because they were too cheap to buy them. Not that they were expensive. So you just hand them the package of, you know, the little thing of tobacco and a thing of papers, and say, "Oh yeah, here, yeah, roll one," and they'd like, never mind. Yeah, we could even smoke in the classroom back then when I was in school, because they had ashtrays around the classroom, these little foil things. Now, people were careful. They didn't blow smoke, you know. They didn't blow smoke at their friends. Or you'd put your ashtray away from, you know, if the smoke was drifting one way, you'd move it so it wouldn't be drifting out of your friend if they didn't smoke, so. Yeah, I was pretty good. I'm not sure. I may have been a one-hand roller. I can't remember. Some people used a machine to roll them. They'd roll up like 20 of them for the day. I did a roll-as-you-go plan. because I found that was a way to cut back. Right? If you have to actually pause, get everything out and roll a cigarette, well, then it's not as easy just to grab one. Now the way you cut back is you can't smoke anywhere except outside, so you have to leave the building and sign out and spend your 10 or 15 minutes outside, then come back in. So 2-hand 20-second roll. It gets pretty good. I mean, it's pretty easy. Once you figure it out, you know how much. Once you know your tobacco and you've got good tobacco that's moist enough, not too dry. You're going to want a cigarette now, and you know how much to put in the paper, and you get the motion of just a couple of and lick it, and then pinch off the tobacco that's hanging out the ends, and there you are. Pretty simple. Okay, you got your vape. Was afraid I was tempting myself. Oh yeah. We're in the U of S now, aren't we? So let's change our options here. Pounds and tons. Tons and short tons. Watermelon flavored juice. 15 nick or so. 4 times or more. More nick than a cigarette per hit. Sorry, 4 times more nicotine than a cigarette? Why would you do that? Nicotine's not good for you. Why would you do that? 15 nick. $7 per hit, and you've got 50 per hit. Wait a minute. Tell me your numbers. You've got 50 nick, so 4 times on a cigarette per hit. Where are we here? Are we somewhere exciting? Let's see where we are. Oh, actually, we probably need to change the time. I think once I get across here, once I get on 31, I'll probably change the time to be daytime. Because I'm on a new map to me, and I want to see what it looks like.
Keep right, and then continue straight on.
Oh, I hate this direction. Why does she do this? Keep right.
Straight on.
And then continue straight on. So you keep right. Continue straight. Why doesn't she say exit right? Like that's what she wants to say, but she's just being too coy. Silly woman. Time is it? The hell time is it? Oh, 7:25 p.m. Okay, you're so strong, use it less. Okay, I get you. Well, the nice thing about I guess the handy thing about vaping or whatever is if and when you do decide to, there we go. If and when you do decide to quit, it's easy to dial it back. You know, if you got these times during the day when you know, at break or something, or walk into the parking lot, you have these times when you normally have a vape. Well, if you can dial it back. You know, you could, yes, 10 hits. So if you wanted to slow down, then you could just dial it back to less. You still take 10 hits, but you're tricking your body into thinking, yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's not really the same. Thank you for thinking that, but no, it's not the same. Getting dark here. Oh, and I'm losing viewers. I was going to change when I got to 31, wasn't I? When do I get to 31? Pretty damn soon. Yep. That's what I meant. You can use lower nic juice, so you're still using the same hits, but you're getting less nicotine. I mean, it's. I guess you can do that with cigarettes too. You can, like, people switch to stronger or weaker cigarettes, but I still would be. Personally, I still would be concerned about the reports that they're coming through about people who are getting very sick or dying from vaping. And I guess the problem is there really wasn't a study done with this. There was a study done with cigarettes in that they introduced cigarettes, people smoked for decades, and they looked at the death records and decided, oh, that's probably the cigarettes. I really don't want them to do with vaping, but I'm not sure how they're going to do a study because they've already let the genie out of the box. You can't stop vaping now. But 75, 50, 45. Oh, see, those are good. Those are good increments. Here we go. Oh, break, because apparently everybody's stopping here. Why? Oh, because we're all going up this hill. Oh, there's a double ahead of me. I know what's going to happen. People are all going to stop at the top of the hill. Oh, they didn't. 4. Don't drop too far. I can't lift an axle to give you more traction here. And what's happening over there? I don't know. Let's look. What the hell is happening over there? Let's see what I've got the traffic at. Oh, I've got the traffic set to 1.5. That would do it. So maybe I've got a traffic jam there. Let's set it back to 1. I mean, that kills it all, but you know what I mean. Okay. So, what are we going to do? Oh, set time. 7. I can't remember how 7 works on this map. 6? What does 6 look like? Looks like that. That's probably why we need 7. Possibly not raining anymore? Possibly. Oh, we have to go. Sorry, we have to escape before the P key does anything. There we go. What? Got people behind me? Oh, you got a ramp full of people pissed off. Sorry, my friends. Oh, it's not 31. I was going to change it to 31, but I wanted to see what was happening there, but I didn't really need to see. I know what's happening. There's a traffic jam because I had too much AI traffic. I think I have CIP's traffic mod.
Right, and then exit right.
You see? Now why can't you say that every time? Instead of keep right, go straight.
Exit right.
Yeah. You can tell that I'm not that happy with your performance, guy.
Turn right.
You might look cute in the SCS videos, but I'm an old fart. Cute doesn't work with me. Traffic. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm trying out this section of the map, so I want to run with sort of what the design settings, SCS settings, so. So we're gonna go till, what do we got to run? We've got 12 hours to go, which is we're gonna get in at 8:25 p.m. and I think we were supposed to be there at 9:56. So we need to start shaving that ETA of 8:27 back. Oh, LA and Bay. Yes, it's better realism when it's just jam-packed. Well, this is fairly heavy now at 1. It's 8 in the morning, but you know. Yeah, you can actually, yeah, sometimes you have to set it to 0. Like sometimes you have to change it to clear the jam, because sometimes the traffic just gets stuck and nobody's moving. So this is going down next to Lake Michigan, but I'm not sure whether we actually see Lake Michigan. Well, are we there yet? Actually, if you look at the map, at one point we actually drive on Lake Michigan. So maybe we might see it here. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, you run detours. I run random events. I stopped running detours because I found that, well, I was often trying to explore a route, and then I get a detour and I couldn't explore it. But the bigger problem was that the detours are just roadblocks. Like a detour says road closed and follow the signs for the detour. You know, D1, follow the D1 signs for the detour. Whereas in this game, in ATS, all they do is say, well, roadblock, sorry, sucks to be you. And there's not always a nice alternative. So, unless they've changed it in 1.35. I was never that impressed with it. See, I like the wine, but the wine goes down too fast. I need to get some cans of. There's a Czech beer, something Urkel. I remember it as being Urkel, Urquell, and it's. I think it's $2.80 a can, which is pretty cheap for like a tall boy. It's pretty cheap for beer in the LCBO, and it's 4.8%. But it's a Czech beer, and it's really nice. Okay. Thanks, Jace. That's I'm not sure why. Like, I'm not sure where the I've noticed that before. And it's the same thing as ETS. They don't always match up with the actual roads and the background map. It's like there was two different teams. You know. One was doing the background map and the other was doing the actual roads, and they're like, oh, okay. Oh, thanks, Tracker. Have a pleasant evening. Well, you go to bed now. Have a good day at school tomorrow. Your teachers won't be on strike. Elementary school teachers are possibly going on strike. Yeah, this looked just a little slow. I mean, the corner looked like a little fast for this. On the count of the fact that Traverse City. I have the Grimes Autumn mode. Early autumn weather mode. So that's why the trees look slightly brown. And the grass maybe has a less green tint to it. But I thought since it's early autumn here in Ottawa, Canada, I might as well have autumn, you know. Well, it'll be early autumn now in Michigan. So I want to quit at 11. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get there. But that's okay. And I want to quit at 11 because I'm trying to get to bed earlier. Okay. Oh, I possibly need gas soon, too. Maybe not. We have not gassed up yet, and we're down to... Where are we at? Oh, quarter tank. We're good. how much of the trip have we done? Iroquois Falls down to here. We've done probably half the trip on a quarter tank, meaning we will have to get to gas eventually. Sooner than later. Will there be any gas stations? There's no gas. Why is there no gas stations on 31? Nothing. What did we have from Chapleau? One there. There's not a lot of gas stations coming down from Chapleau either, but nothing on 31. And then we've got well, we go off 11 there, we've got one. We go here, we got one. So partway down 11, so we went from here to here, here to... Oh, we might make it to a gas station. We'll see what happens. Oh. Is that a lake? Don't know. Was that a lake? No, I think that's just... So I've got another 30 minutes to go, but it's quarter to 11, so we're not going to make it this trip. Are we paring down the time here? 8:43. Jeez. Why did that guy suddenly decide to stop in the middle of the highway? I suddenly realized he stopped. Shit la merde. That would have been interesting. That would have been like, okay, we're done now. Saudi 75 here. Why are you guys going slow? White van. Perv. Oop, a little abrupt there. Want to cut somebody off and scare them. Probably did. So we'll have to be careful. Not a lot of gas stations, but I think the next mod I think that the developer is working on is adding more service centers and gas stations in towns anyway, so maybe along highways too. Okay, well, I'm better on outside curves because there's actually less radius. Greater radius. Well, my friends, I'm falling asleep here. So I think I have to quit. So thank you very much for viewing. Thank you for following, for cheering, for subscribing with your Amazon Prime, for buying my books, whatever you do. I've got another 8 hours, 9 hours, at 3 minutes to the hour. That's 27. So I got another half hour anyways to drive, and I can't make it. Oops, see, can't make 5 minutes. So let's.
Go straight up.
I should have pulled off and got gas, maybe. No, I'm gonna be this guy. Let's get past here, discover Muskegon. Now we don't go. Now we turn right. Yeah, see? Keep right, exit right. That's what you do. Not just keep right and go straight like a bloody fool.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, so let's be this guy that stops here. Okay, the flash is on. Pretend to stay on. We'll stop that. Turn everything off. And I'll see you guys another day. So, ta-ta.